Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to discuss about the troubleshooting mode in Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. So before we start the discussion, it is important that we understand how tamper protection works. Uh, for example, if the tamper protection is enabled in environment, then the security settings of the target device cannot be modified. So if you want to make any changes to the security setting, then you have to disable the tamper protection on that particular device. And from the Defender portal, if you disable the tamper protection, it is going to be applied to the entire tenant. So how we can do the troubleshooting? For example, you are having issue with one workstation and you don't want to disable the tamper protection on your entire tenant to do the troubleshooting. So in that case, how we can do the troubleshooting? That's where the troubleshooting mode is coming. So this troubleshooting mode is one of important feature is available for Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. And once you enable this troubleshooting mode, you should be able to make some changes in your security settings. And those changes will revert back to original state after the troubleshooting mode is completed. So now you may ask why we need, in what scenarios we need these troubleshooting mode. So let's say you are trying to install some application, but your Defender antivirus or your tamper protection is not allowing to do. Then you want to allow those specific process or a file or a path in your exclusion, just to make sure your antivirus is no more interfering on the application installation. Or you might be you might be running some server, and during the regular scheduled scan, your CPU resource utilization might be go higher because of the some process, and you want to troubleshoot whether it is causing because of defender or service, or your uh, your threat protection service. So, or it could be the application service. Or you might be also have some scenarios like you try to install some office plugin, uh, which is blocked by the your attack surface reduction policies. You might be created some policy in your attack surface reduction saying that office application should not create the child process. But whatever you're trying to do with the office plugin, it is going to do the uh, activity which defender thinks it is suspicious, but it is actually a genuine activity. And you want to allow, or you want to make an exception for those activity. So there will be multiple use case scenarios that you might be end up with you might be coming up with, that requires a troubleshooting mode activation in order to proceed further. So before we proceed further, I also want to give some important note that disabling any security settings in endpoint can leave this device vulnerable for cyber attacks. So that you have to keep in mind. Since we are using the troubleshooting mode, we are going to make some changes in the security setting, and that window is going to be the vulnerable window for the endpoint. So we have to keep in mind that uh, disabling the security settings always leave system vulnerable for cyber attacks. So now, what will happen after you enable the troubleshooting mode? Let's say, of course, we have already discussed that you you can able to make the security setting changes after you turn on your troubleshooting mode. Even you can disable your tamper protection and your real-time protection. So other than that, during after you enable the troubleshooting mode, it is valid only for I would say it's active only for 4 hours. So after that 4 hours window reaches, the troubleshooting mode ends automatically. and whatever settings, the security setting changes that you have made inside the endpoint, it will revert back to its original state. So during this time, your Microsoft Defender for Endpoint collects the logs and the some investigation data from your endpoint and upload those data to your Microsoft 365 Defender portal. And once the troubleshooting mode ends, you can go back to your portal and you can download the investigation data from the portal itself. And this investigation data might be include your running services, running processes, or your security event logs, multiple important information it will be holding. And also during this troubleshooting mode, there will be a snapshot of MP preference will be taken by the MDE service. Before the troubleshooting mode starts, it take one snapshot, and after the troubleshooting mode ends, it takes another snapshot. And these logs and investigation data can be collected in the Microsoft 365 Defender portal. So after you enable or the troubleshooting mode, we can validate whether the troubleshooting mode is actually enabled on the machine or not. For that, either you can directly check the target endpoint, and if you go to the notification section, there you will be having a pop-up saying your troubleshooting mode is started. Or you can use the KQL query which you are seeing on my screen. I will put this KQL query in the description of this video. Also use this KQL query to see how many devices are active with the troubleshooting mode at this moment. So let's jump into the demo. So before we go to the demo, I just want to show you something, how your target endpoint looks before you enable the troubleshooting mode. So this is the endpoint we are going to target today to enable the the troubleshooting mode. So if I go to the Windows Security app and click on Virus and Threat Protection, you could see here. Now it's saying the tamper protection is preventing changes to the setting. You cannot make any changes to your real-time protection. You cannot make any changes to your tamper protection. So let me do one thing. I have a query. Let me go and try to disable the tamper protection in this particular machine. I'm going to execute this query, and it is giving me the message saying the operation is failed because the permission is denied. Okay, let me try to disable some attack surface reduction rules. Before that, let me show you how the rules looks like. For that, I'm going to run the get MP preference command. So if you see here, it will give you the attack surface rules enabled on this particular machine. We have 3 rules enabled, and all are enabled in a block mode. So now in my query, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the rule ID, which is this one, the D starts with the DA and end with the 8A, and I'm going to disable this particular rule. Okay, let me run this command to disable this rule. So now if you noticed here, it doesn't give me any error message. So does it mean it is disabled even though the tamper protection is enabled? Okay, let's verify that. I'm going to run again the get MP preference command and going to see does it made any changes. No, this rule still says the action is 1. It means even though the command runs, the changes is not made to the rules. So everything is working as expected. So now we can go to the portal and turn on the troubleshooting mode. So for that, I'm going to my Defender portal. So here, if you go to Defender portal and locate the device and select the device where you want to turn on this troubleshooting mode. So now here I'm going for more action. If you see the option called turn on troubleshooting mode, so this is the option we want to enable it. So after you click the turn on troubleshooting mode, it gives you information about this troubleshooting mode, how long will it last, and how the diagnosis things will be collected, your package, your collect investigation package that we have discussed. So all the information you will be getting about before you turn on the troubleshooting mode. So now I'm going to click submit, and after I click submit, it take a little bit time, and then your troubleshooting mode will be turned on the target endpoint, but not immediately. As per the Microsoft documentation, it can take up to 10 to 15 minutes. So now if I go here and see, you the status is changed to turn on troubleshooting mode is pending. So it means it is trying to your defender is trying to connect the device and enforce the troubleshooting mode on the target device. So it is important that your target device is active on the network, so that it should be the troubleshooting mode get activated in the target system. So let's give some time, and I will pause this video and I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to check whether the troubleshooting mode is on. Yeah, it says the troubleshooting mode is on. Let me verify this by going into my target endpoint, and here let me go inside the virus and threat protection. Now if you see here, it's giving me option to turn off my tamper protection. So this is one of the way that we can validate the troubleshooting mode is on. Or let me open my the queries, I mean the PowerShell command. Now let me try to run the same command that we have previously tried, but it not allowed us to disable the tamper protection. So now I run this command and it's no more giving me the option, I mean giving the error saying that access is denied, uh, something like that. So how I can validate, or let's go try with the another one settings. Let me disable my real-time protection. I'm going to execute this command, and this also doesn't give me any error message. So now if you see the pop-up, it's now saying that you have turned off the virus protection because you have disabled the real-time protection. Now you get it, you get the notification now. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to run this get mp preference command just to validate whether my real-time protection and network protections are disabled. So if you see here, uh, I can see that my disabled real-time monitoring is true. It means my real-time protection is disabled. Let me run the command, the another command, to check whether my the tamper protection is disabled. Yeah, if I run this command, it's giving me that my both my tamper protection and my real-time protections are disabled. So now using the troubleshooting mode, we have disabled the tamper protection and real-time protection. So let's do some scenario thing, like for example, I have some problem with my this ASR ID, and I want to disable this ASR ID and check whether my application is working or not. So in that case, uh, in my investigation I found out this is the ID needs the investigation. So I'm going to disable that particular ASR ID now, and I'm going to run this command. Now if I run the get mp preference command again, now if I go back to the ASR, if you see here, this particular ID becomes 0. It means it disabled. Previously it was, if you remember previously, you have seen that it was enabled, but now it is disabled. So now and also after this troubleshooting mode is turned on, you can go to the notification section, and you can see here the troubleshooting mode has started, and it also gives you the message at what time it is going to end. So if so you will be having 4 hours window to do all your troubleshootings. So this is how you will enable the troubleshooting mode, and you do the investigations and collect the required findings and keep the findings ready. And after the troubleshooting mode ends, you can go back to your policy and make the required changes, and then you should be your issue should be resolved. Okay, I'm going to pause this video, so I will resume after my troubleshooting mode ends. Then I will show you how my settings are changed back to its original state, and also we will discuss about how to collect the log and the diagnostics packages from the Microsoft Defender portal. Okay, let me check whether my troubleshooting mode is ended on this target endpoint or not. So for that, I'm going to click on the notifications area, and here you will be seeing three notifications. The one is about the troubleshooting mode has started, and another one is troubleshooting mode will end soon. It's kind of a warning message, and the third one is the troubleshooting mode has ended. So this is how you can monitor the progress of your troubleshooting mode in the endpoint. Now let me check in my virus and threat protection screen. Here if you see that the tamper protection is again grayed out, and you cannot disable the tamper protection anymore. And let me validate that thing in my PowerShell. Let me try to disable my tamper protection, and here I'm getting this error message saying the permission is denied and operation is failed. Okay, let me run the get mp preference command and see what is my ASR rule status. If I scroll all the way down to my ASR rule, the rule end with 8A. Still, it is saying it's turned back to it revert back to the original state it was before. So now let me try to disable the same ASR rule again. And if I do that, and if I run the get mp preference command again, and now still my ASR rule should be 1. So you are not able to make any changes in the security settings anymore. So now let's validate the same thing in the portal. So here I'm in the device inventory and the target endpoint. And here if you go to the more action, and you will be seeing option that turn on troubleshooting mode is enabled here. So it means you can turn back the troubleshooting mode on, and it will be valid for another 4 hours to continue your troubleshooting. And after we done the troubleshooting mode got automatically turned off after 4 hours. You need to collect the investigation package. So if you click the collect investigation package, it will ask you to provide the name, and once you enter the name, the package will start to download in your action center. If you click on this action center, the package will be available there, and you can download to your machine. So here also you can validate from action center. If you click on the action center, here if you click on the history area, here it will be saying I have collected my investigation package at what time. So once you collect this package, you will be seeing something like this, the MDE investigation package. And once you open this one, you'll be having all the information about your Windows event security logs, running service, running processes, network connection. So all the information related to this investigation will be downloaded to your system, and you can continue with your further troubleshooting. Okay, so thank you so much for joining with me today, and I will meet you on the next video with good content. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.